Welcome to Fantasy Alarm TV, everybody. I'm your host, Jeff Manns. Another NFL offseason team report here for FantasyAlarm.com. Today, we're going to break down the Atlanta Falcons. Tumultuous offseason. Mike Smith is gone. The entire coaching staff is gone. In comes Dan Quinn. In comes Kyle Shanahan to run this offense. From a fantasy perspective, it has to be said that this is a change in atmosphere for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, in recent years, we're accustomed to the run and gun type style. Running backs aren't used very much. You got Matt Ryan throwing the ball 40 plus times a game on the regular. Not the way Kyle Shanahan or Dan Quinn likes to operate. Shanahan's going to run this offense, and he brings with him a zone blocking scheme, which we love for the running backs. In particular, Tevin Coleman, a guy they grabbed out of the University of Indiana. Devontae Freeman's there as well, and they're going to compete for this job. But I assure you this. Whoever's running the ball, whoever that lead running back in Atlanta is going to be this year, they are going to post some really good fantasy numbers in 2015. You just have to look back to the history. Shanahan was able to do it last year in Cleveland with guys like Isaiah Crowell and Terrence West. He was able to do it in Washington from 6th-round draft choice Alfred Morris. You know, back in the Denver days when Kyle Shanahan was out there. Everywhere he's been, like his father, the running backs have produced us because they got that zone blocking, actually cutback system is what they use. It's borderline illegal, but they get away with it, and thus there's room to run for the running back. So if you're way down running backs, the Atlanta Falcons is the direction to go. I don't envision Matt Ryan dropping down too far. I still think he's a top 12 fantasy quarterback because he's got such dynamic weapons. But Julio Jones is obviously an elite type talent. They're not going to have the volume they've had in the past, but he's just so good. I still consider him definitely a top 5 fantasy tight end. I do drop Roddy White down a little bit. Age, injuries, and just the nature of the offense right now says there's not going to be a ton of fantasy production from Roddy White. Still, if you're able to get him as a wide receiver 3, I think it's an outstanding get for fantasy football this year. There you go, the Atlanta Falcons offseason team report. Check out FantasyAlarm.com for all the latest and greatest. Until next time, everybody, for Fantasy Alarm TV, this has been Jeff Manns.